been retained to as a key mentor at IIM Kashipur. Second year this year, I have been retained as a mentor. So this is a yearly program for them, and then I'm I'm also a one-time TEDx speaker, and I'm helping people, that businesses from like 9 years. I'm doing digital marketing. I'm into digital marketing field. And from since 4 years, I am teaching students digital marketing. I have my own institute. I have been into skill development, and my students are doing amazing work throughout the globe. They are working with agency, they're working with institutes like Toronto Film School, and they are working Chandigarh universities. They are working there, and apart from that, they have their own businesses and all those things. They are doing a lot of things, right? So I have almost more than 6,000 hour right now class teaching experience. So I know that how to teach people, right? So that's I practice this thing a lot. I have been before IIT Roorkee. I have been invited by IIT Delhi, BHU, IIT Bombay, UPES, SRCC, Jamia Millia Islamia, you name it, you name it. I have been invited like many colleges. I have been invited to NASCOM, Head Start, and of course TEDx. I have been invited to TEDx as well. So this is who I am and what I have achieved so far in my life. And why you should listen to me, because when I was making my company like upskill, right? So it's a bootstrap company doing very well. And then when I was making that company, that is I was into the knowledge economy. It means that I am teaching somebody and I am earning revenue from it. So you can call me a teacherpreneur as well, right? So the methodology of every teacher is very different, and my methodology is very different to teach something. So I created something called the C method of learning, and this method of learning is very important, and it will make you understand why you should get a mentor, when you should not get a mentor, and how to do things, right? So this is going to explain it to I'm going to explain it to you now. The C method of learning stands for S for studize, E for execute, A for analyze, and there will be a close loop between them. We will be using a closed loop between them. You studize your learning, you execute what you have learned, we analyze outcome of your effort, then there will be a closed loop. Analysis will go for the strategies part, and then it loops will keep running until you have learned your stuff, you have mastered your stuff. So it will be a closed loop there. So how to do that actually, right? Now before that, there is two philosophy for this method. First is called Rukna to hai hi nahi. So Rukna to hai hi nahi is a hashtag we'll use a lot. If you go to our offices, you can see hashtag Rukna to hai nahi. If you see that our cup, there is Rukna to hai nahi. Even our T-shirt, not this T-shirt, but we have T-shirts which says Rukna to hai nahi. In fact, a lot of students give us gift on to written, that they give us customized gift. It was written Rukna to hai nahi. Rukna to hai nahi means that never we are not going to stop learning. We are always learning. We are always learning. So my philosophy is that every time, everywhere you learn. Even you learn from your failure, you learn from your success, you learn from calmness, and you learn from chaos as well, right? So it's my philosophy that every time, like a sea, learning should never stop. It's like like a sea. If you go to the sea and you go like that, right? So it's endless, right? So learning should be endless for you. And second one is you are master of your sea. It means that it is taken from a song, and it's a very popular song, and it means that learning knowledge gives you power. Simply, knowledge gives you power. Knowledge is power, and it will gives you power. It gives you power. It empowered people around you. So that is the two philosophy of the C method of learning. Now let's break it down one by one, right? So the first thing I said, that strategize. Now in that strategize, three things are there. We break it down to three things. First, what to learn. Is it your hobby or interest, or is it something you need? For example, you learn basketball, right? It might be possible it is your hobby or interest, But if you want to pursue your career in basketball, becoming a basketball international level player in basketball, it becomes your need, not it do not remain as a hobby, right? Music, simply for music, a lot of you guys are learn to play guitar, right? It's not a very, that it's not something like that you are going to become a lead guitarist or something, or something like that. Most of us learn for the hobby and interest, right? But if you go for a job, like for example, if you're learning a software development, right, or maybe digital marketing, right, maybe some sales technique, maybe writing content, right, for the job perspective or for the business perspective, it no longer is a hobby, but it is an interest, and you need to treat it like that. For hobby and interest, you need to build a habit. And what is habit? Habit can be built in three ways. The first way, it is signal. The second way, it is called the practice. And third way, the reward system. So first way, signal. For example, you want to learn swimming, right? Now your swimming classes is in the morning. Just have a whatever swimming suit you have in front of you where you sleep, just in front of you. That will give you signal. You have to wake up, and whenever you open your eyes, you will see the swimming suit, and it will give you a signal. Signals like that, it should be visible signal for you that I have to work that. Maybe an alarm, maybe a to-do list which pop up in your computer screen, anything like that. There should be a signal. Then again, you pursue that hobby, you practice a lot, but practicing is boring. The practice, anything is is a boring stuff. People get bored very easily. Like in 4 or 5 days, you're not going to learn from that do something. So have a personal goal that today I am going to swing for half an hour. And if you achieve that half an hour, treat yourself with something. Treat yourself with the music you love, treat yourself with the food you love, right? Treat yourself with something, right? So this motivates you to repeat your things, right? So you need to repeat your things, and eventually it will become your habit. So this method is taken from a book called The Power of Habit, which is a very amazing book. You should be learning that. This method is very powerful, and it helps people like Michael Flip as well. So have something you need to learning. It should be in your habit as well. Now the question is, what to learn? You understand what to learn. You understand you need to create ultimate habit, ultimate goal. But where to learn? Here you will have two options. One option is self-learning. It means that you are going for the internet, and internet you are trying to find things and you want to learn things, right? And the second thing is learn from a mentor. What is the difference between those things, right? So if you are self-learning, it means you do not have any idea, or maybe a little bit idea of things, and you are jumping into the sea without knowing that how to swim, right? Now in this case, you can either drown or you can learn to swim. These two things happens. But please do remember, if you go to the path of self-learning, please do remember the success of self-learning goes through a tunnel which is called your depression, which is called your frustration. It goes through that. So self-learning is a painful thing, but it takes time. But ultimately, when you learn, you feel that you are more powerful, right? It will take time. So we all have some of the things which we call asset, like money, gold, right? Similarly, your time is an asset. So if you want to invest your time as an asset into that, there will be investment of your time, right? So self-learning is good to go, and you have to be prepared for the mindset. There will be failure, there will be a frustration, there will be there will be confusion, a lot of confusion around that. So have that mindset, and then jump, and then figure it out how to do that. So self-learning you can do. There's nothing wrong in it. But if you do, please do remember these things as well. And the second thing is learn from a mentor. Like IIT, in IIT you are learning from your teacher. Most probably some of your teacher are mentor. Not all of your teachers are mentor, but some of might be your mentor, right? Who is mentoring to right path to you. So it's like jumping in a sea, but there is somebody who can hold you up and who can teach you how to swim, right? So here, time as money, time as asset, might not go, but time as money will go, right? Because a mentor will have to pay his bill and his or her bill, and you need to pay him or her a fees, right? So the second thing is there, right? So before choosing the mentor, there are certain things you should be doing. First, who is your mentor? What have he done in his life? What is his method of teaching? Is it something that you are not going to you are not understanding? And how responsive he is from how responsive he is for your queries, because when you learn there will be a lot of queries. So these are the 3-4 things you should be looking out in a mentor. You can talk to their past students as well. You can have a conversation instead of calling that this is have a little bit of conversation. People open up in a conversation more, right? So you will get an idea of mentors and how to learn it. Now, if you are self-learning, you cannot learn everything at once. For example, if I am going to give you a pizza and I ask you to eat that pizza, you are not going to eat that pizza because because eating entire pizza is not possible, right? So what do? You will slice it down the pizza, and then you will eat it in parts. Similarly in learning, you need to divide whatever you are learning in small parts. For example, if you are learning HTML, divide it into header, tags, and all those things. Divide every part and then learn every part. Micro learning is key to learn a big thing. So you cannot learn things. You cannot learn things which is very big. You cannot learn it, right? So you have to divide things into different parts. This is different small parts. And in your study, there should be a feedback system. That is why a mentor is needed. Or if you're self-learning, have it might be possible some of the people from the industry. It might be possible some of your seniors, right? Talk to them. Just talk to them, right? Have a feedback system, because I'm doing something. Is it wrong? Is it right? Right? Just do that, right? So have that feedback system as with you as well. So these all parts comes under strategies. So before moving to learning, you strategize what to learn, whom to learn, where to learn, right? How to learn, you strategize. Now we move to the second part, which is execution. So what is execution? So first of all, whatever you are learning, it should be, if it is a skill-based thing, it should be in real-time projects. For example, if there is a guitar, so you do not learn guitar from only by watching the video. You should be applying the guitar, right? If you're learning digital marketing, you should be have a website. If you're learning how to code, you should be actually coding it, right? Actually coding it. Investment, there might be some investment to buying the software and all those things, but eventually you should be doing real-time project, because when you do real-time project, then only the real learning comes. Because in ideas and execution, there are a very big difference, and that difference is a lot of doubt or a lot of problem, right? So we are going to do this in real time. So there should be a real-time project, step by step. So if you know that how to learn, we divide learning in a small parts, right? So we will learn step by step using that, right? And whatever we have planned, it might be possible, it might be not very, that very we can say that it's a best way to learn, right? So you need to have a room for improvisation as well, because you do not have to be static. Learning is not static. Learning is like liquid, like it's a flowing water. It should be bent, but it should reach the end point. Whatever goal is there, water, if you throw a water in the in a road or in a something somewhere, right, it will reach their goal. It will reach, it will be like if there is something, it will change their path, but it will reach up to their whenever they want to reach, right? So there should be a place for improvisation, a room for improvisation. So do not be very static about it. Okay, I have to do this to learn this thing. I have to, this example is not coming to in my head. This is the thought process. I can have that. So be, while learning, have exceptionally, we can say, you can bend exceptionally, have that attitude as well. You do not have to be a big banyan tree. You just have to be a grass, like which can bend out of air. So improvise thing. And then there will be one analysis part. What is analysis part? Self-assessment. You, whenever you are strategize that you are doing this and you execute thing, during that you make a quantifiable goal. For example, if you are learning HTML, your quantifiable goal is that, okay, I will be building a website, a basic website, right? In that quantifiable goals, it can be that, okay, I will bold something, like I'm learning bold, that my goal is to make some of the parts of my content as a bold. I will learn how to upload images, I will learn how to use how to create links and all those things, how to connect one page to another page. So in HTML, that can be your quantifiable goal, right? And whenever you do self-assessment and quantify, even using quantifiable goal, there will be a lot of wrong in judging, a lot of wrong thing in judging, because again, you do not have experience, so you judge based on other people perception, which on internet, which might not be an expert. They are creating content just to earn money, for example, for blogging or YouTube, right? So one of the thing I heard a lot that, okay, you do not have to learn anything from, like, you do not have to pay for learning, you do not have to do that, just go to YouTube and there is everything in YouTube. First of all, yeah, is there everything in YouTube? Yes, it might be, right? But with that everything, a lot of everything, lot of everything, that a lot of bunch of that a bunch of bad things are there, which is going to teach you not the proper way to do things. So if there is a one video in YouTube which is very good, around that nine video, we say that nine video which is bad. So you do not know that you are watching the good video or bad video. You do not know that. That's a problem. That's a very big problem, right? And those learning are only videos, that those learning are not executable learning, that you are not working on real time, you are not improvising thing, you are not getting a real time feedback, right? So so a lot of there are room to do a lot of wrong in judging in those quantifiable goals as well. Then second is mentor assessed. Mentor will set your goal. For example, mentor will say that, okay, let's say I have to teach you social media marketing, right? In that social media marketing, there are certain things you need to understand. First, you need to understand how to make social media calendar, the calendar of content you are going to post, right? Every day there will be some post you are going to make that calendar. That mentor will set a goal that, okay, I taught you how to make a social media calendar. Now it's your turn to execute things. That is the goal. And when you execute, the mentor will tell you that it is, that it is wrong or right, what you are doing wrong, where you are doing wrong, how to make it more powerful, how to do something, blah blah blah, right? So there are less chances of wrong judgment if there is a mentor assessment. And these analysis will not stop here, because analysis without insight, without action is nothing. It's useless. Data without insight is useless. Analysis without action is useless. So we will go toward the closed loop. Now this analysis will push our strategy part again one more time. So what we are doing, we are strategizing, then executing, then analyzing, and we analyze whatever you execute, right? So whatever knowledge you have from analysis, from a small point of, like, if there is a very small thing you are doing header, right? And you are executing header and you find out, okay, I can also color, that I can also color text. Let's do that, right? You start doing that. But your original idea only to post about a header, header or header text. Your idea is to post header text, but it improvise here in execution part that you can color it, right? Then you analyze, you put it this in strategy, and then you can have it like how to do brand color and all those things. I have colored things, like I have power to create right now create header text, and then I have power to put color in it. How to improve that? So you can again push it toward the strategize, and again strategize around that topic, and then again execute. So it's a closed loop. So if you draw something like that learning, it will be like lot of arrows, if and buts. There will be a lot of if and buts. I am just I am just simplifying you that how to do that. So the first thing, as I said, that you should be executing things. You should be mastering. You are a master of your C, means that whatever learning you are doing, you have to put a mindset onto that, right? So you yourself are. Always say to my student that your mind is your biggest friend and your biggest enemy. Your biggest friend because your biggest friend because if you have a very positive and growth mindset. What is the growth mindset? Growth mindset comes from the acceptance of your failure. The first thing we do not do, that we accept our failure, right? So the moment you start, because if you do not accept your failure, there is no room for you understand, like you are saying that I am not wrong. It means that everything is perfect, but everything is not perfect. Things are not working well, right? So there should be something which should be accountable and which should be corrected. So the first thing of improving anything is to accept your mistake. The moment you accept your mistake, you understand there is something to fix, and then you move to the fix part. A lot of people will, like, they have an ego that I have done it, like I cannot be wrong into that, right? So do not do that. Do not do that. Have a very open heart for your accepting your mistake and then improving, right? So learning is like a lot of people say that yeah, I am failure. I wanted to do thing and I got fail into that, right? And now I'm not going to do that. A lot of people are saying that this, right? So failure is also your learning. Failure is also your learning because it teaches you what not to do. Success is your learning. It teaches you what to do. Chaos is your learning because chaos have always have an opportunity. Even when there is a World War II is happening, people smuggle the books and the people become millennium to do that, right? So there is always an opportunity in chaos. And whatever you learn, you share it with someone else. Now a lot of people again think that if I am going to share something else with them, a lot of startup member, अगर मैं टीच कर दूंगा अपने जो हमारे यहाँ काम करने आ रहे हैं उनको सिखा दूंगा, तो वो मुझे छोड़ के चले जाएंगे. ये बात का भी तो ध्यान देना चाहिए कि अगर वो सीखेंगे नहीं है तुम्हारे स्टार्टअप में तो क्या करेंगे? Because it's a risk. If they do not learn it, your employee do not learn it and they stay in your startup, that's useless, right? So just because they leave, we should not teach them. It is a wrong notion, and it is something like that you are want to close your own startup. You're choking your own startup by not scaling your people, right? Make system. And if somebody is the part of that system, if somebody is like leaving, the somebody else, some other cog will be there and the system will sustain. So make system for that. So that's how you execute, that you learn things from your life, and that's how you execute things, and that's how you can also learn things, right? So you can share things. So a teacher in a classroom is the biggest learner in that place, not the student. Teacher teaches students a very guided thing, but teacher learns the things which is not guided. Your emotion, your face expression, your body language, your queries, your question, everything happening in that classroom is an asset for a teacher. So with that, I want to close this small session, and I'm open for the questions. And you can find me in this social media with Real Rabab Swani. I have a digital marketing podcast at Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcast as well. You can listen to that. The podcast name is Upskill Digital Marketing Podcast. You can do that. If you want to learn digital marketing, you can join our Facebook group as well, which have close to 28,000 people. So you can do that. So with that, I'm coming back to the question part. If you have any queries, I love to answer that queries. Yes. So, sir, how do you keep up with the tech changes happening to ensure you have the skills? Very good question. Very good question. Very good question, sir. How do you keep up? Right, very good question. So for that, be a part of online community first, right? Be a part of Twitter. Make a Twitter list of there is a feature called Twitter list in Twitter. Make a Twitter list of the website which is actually talking about tech changes, right? For example, in my industry, I will be taking making list of moz.com, searchenginelad.com, social media marketing, dissect, right? Something like that, PPC Hero. These are the website I make list out of it, and from that, whatever new things is happening, I just have a feed for that, and I actually belong to that. Second thing, be a part of Facebook community of your technological, whatever technology is there. So a lot of people are talking about a lot of technology. From that, you can also be, you can also educate them yourself. Be a part of community in Telegram or Discord, right? So from there, you can learn what is happening, right? What is new happening. So you can do that. Do you give shares in the startup to mentors? No, I do not give shares to the startup to the mentor. I do not understand your question. So you are asking about my shares, right? So I do not need a I do not need a mentor right now, because I have my business is self sustainable. Is in this moment I do not need it. Maybe in a scaling moment I need it. If I need it, it might be possible. I can give him a fees or fees plus shares. It depends upon, totally depends on what value that mentor is coming with. That what value that mentor is going to provide, he or she going to provide. So it totally depends upon that. So it's a mutual understanding between you and the mentors. So it's something that there is no set guideline for that. Do you also meditate, and how to handle ups and downs? Yes, I do meditate. I do yoga. I do meditate in the morning. 10 minutes I meditate. Around 10 minutes I meditate, and I already have a mindset that your success is a non-linear part. It's a non-linear. It's a non-linear. The only thing you can make constant is your learning. The only thing you can go up in the side is the learning new things. You learn new things. You learn new things in life. Like I have a fear of water, like not water, like I have a fear of going to the pool, right? So I learned how to swim. I have a fear of something like that, so I wanted to conquer that fear as well in my life. So yes, I meditate. And how to then handle ups and downs, so I channelize my things. For example, let me give you one or two example. Let's say you are angry, right? And to express that anger, what will you do? You will abuse someone, you will fight with someone, maybe punch someone, maybe kick someone, maybe scream, or maybe you harm yourself, right? These are the outcome of the anger, right? So these are the outcome of the anger, right? If you're happy, what you will do? You will talk to your friend, you will talk to your family, you will share your good news, you will share sweets, you will start laughing, you will start dancing. These are the outcome of your good, like you're happy, right? So happiness is good. Like if I'm happy, the release of happiness is very good, but release of anger is very bad. So let's take an example of Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is very abused child. His life was not very good. He was very angry. He was doing street crimes and all those things. Somebody took Mike Tyson and said that, why are you wasting your anger on the street? Just come to the ring and invest, put your anger there and do that. And we all know that who is Mike Tyson and what is his legacy, right? Same with Muhammad Ali, same with any other boxer, right? A lot of boxer comes from a very angry, poor family and all those things. So how they do that? They channelize his anger toward a very positive thing. Similarly, you can channelize, if there is an ups and down, and if you are frustrated and angry, you can channelize your bad thing, like your bad emotion towards something good. A fire which can burn your house is also making food in your house. It depends upon how you use the fire. So I have a one line. There was one of my student who come to me, and that student was suicidal and all those things. She come to me and she said that, sir, I do not want to do that. Family pressure is a lot of family pressure is there, and I don't know what to do and all those things. So there is a quote we say that when everything fails, upskill yourself. So whenever you feel like you are going down, start upskilling yourself into some of the relevant skill. Start learning things, right? So I hope this answer your question very well, right? What is your favorite medium of learning, right? What is your favorite medium of learning? So it depends upon. I learned from a lot of things. I am not other mentor. I am not anti Netflix, so I do not say my student ki do not watch Netflix. I said that as a marketer, we are content creator, right? As a marketer, we create a lot of content, right? We create, but it is not something. If content ideas will come to you, like there is somebody sitting and there that guy is giving you idea, right? So there is nothing like that in ideas, about ideas, right? Your ideas is always inspired from something and someone, right? It might be possible your ideas inspired from 2000 old learning or maybe 20-year-old learning. It depends upon whatever it is. Like ideas get inspired all the time, right? So I say that to create great amount of content, you need to produce great amount of content, right? To create great amount, produce great amount of content, you need to consume a great amount of content as well. So my learning sources from I watch Netflix. I'm active in Twitter. I see a lot of people are sharing their knowledge. Communities, of course, these are the my learning sources. I even read a lot of books are amazing. In fact, if you want to learn branding doing proper way, start reading a comic book. So comic book have a very good branding. If it is a Hulk book, everything is will be green. If it is a Captain America book, every frame will be like that. So it's a good way to it's a good way to that good way to learn things. So learn from everywhere. Like even if I am in classroom, right? Even if I am in classroom, I learn from my students as well. So they have come from some field, they have some experience of their own, so I learn from their experience as well. A lot of guy comes to me who is very older, like 10 years older than me. They have their own wisdom to share. I learned from them. So there is a saying that there is like a lot of people say that that talent is very much so hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. So hard work can beat talent. So if I have a talent plus hard work, it will take you to some level. But add mindset to that, it will take you another level, and add gratitude to that, so it will take you to another next level. Like you cannot imagine for you will go to that level. So talent, hard work, mindset, and gratitude, these four things are very important. Why gratitude is important? Because if you do not have gratitude, you learn a lot of things, you are a very skillful person, you will have a god complex, and the moment you have a god complex, the learning will stop. So there is something which should be, that which should be putting you onto the ground, and gratitude is that thing which is always going to keep you on the ground. So with that attitude you can learn from everywhere, right? uh, right, I hope I answer your question, medium of learning. So social media communities, and from people, from different peoples, meet a lot of people, you can learn a lot of things. When a startup has a mentor, do you give them share? It depends. It totally depends. It's a mutual thing. It's a mutual thing. It depends that what is that thing that mentor is bringing to the table. If it is valuable enough and people cannot pay money that much of amount, they usually give them share, right? So that's what. Can you send link to the community? Yes, I just sent the link for to the community, right? So is there any more question you guys have? I think I answer all the question. I think I clear your doubt, right? So do you have any question? I hope this session helps you to do some of the things you wanted to do in your life, especially in learning section. It's very powerful method I have used. Will you share PDF? I will share PDF with the creator team, and you can ask them about the PDF. And I hope I think this video will be here, so you can watch the video as well. Just give me 1 minute. Uh, I am going to share with you this PDF link as well, so you can have this. Just give me 1 minute. I have shared my link, this PDF link, and the second thing, my podcast link you want. This is linked to my podcast as well. I hope this session is valuable for you, and I guess there is no more question. So I'm closing this session, and thank you very much for attending the class and learning new things, and you know that learning new things is amazing, but learning the ability of learning is priceless. So, so I have just done that, and I hope it helps you. It helps you. I just hope for that. So thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So thank you. I'm closing the session, and I think I should stop the session, and I hope you get everything you need. Thank you very much. Keep smiling.